Hello everyone and welcome to the highlights package for round 5 of the UnitedRacersLeague.com Flat6 series. We are in the twisty streets of Adelaide, Australia for this 45-minute sprint race around this track. 12 drivers took to the grid and it was Mikko Korkiakoski taking the pole with quite a margin, more than 0.6 of a second over Sergio Azevedo. Lorenzo Tortella was in third position, with this being the second to last race of the season with the endurance round next week. Everyone was set to have good results and a lot of points to get those championships in the bag for next week. So let's have a look at the highlights of the race. Here we are on the grid. Mikko Korkiakoski on the left, only a small margin in front of Sergio Azevedo. Can he get away cleanly? Great start by Mikko Korkiakoski once again. Also Florian Kutz passes Lorenzo Tortella for third position. Can they get cleanly through turn 1? So clean for now, but oh, that's Sergio Azevedo after contact with Florian Kutz into the wall, causing some mayhem in the first lap. There he is, he lost a splitter. Everybody gets going again, but that's an unfortunate incident. Lorenzo Tortella was also involved as he also lost a splitter, but he's in second position now. Now we have Simon Fillingham and Peter Backus behind, and the whole rest of the field in the background. Here it's Florian Kutz trying to gain some positions back after his incident, and he passes Florian Kutz as they come onto the back straight, where we have the famous turn 8, the fast right-hander, as Mikko Korkiakoski already approaches the hairpin, so he has a good gap on lap 1. Simon Fillingham goes defensive against Peter Backus, who tries to go around the outside, but I can't make it seems. No, and that's Miguel losing 2 positions, first to Jona Karima, now to his teammate Florian Kutz. He puts his Haribo car in front, so at the end of lap 1, it's Mikko Korkiakoski from Lorenzo Tortella. Oh, big slide there, but he keeps it on the track. Then Simon Fillingham, Peter Backus, Tony Ukic, Jona Karima, Florian Kutz, Miguel Santiago Carao. Then Sergio Azevedo coming into the pits after his shunt in the first corner. Then Ivan Gridello, David Nesbitt, and Sando Donadel. So starting lap 2, here's riding with Peter Backus, and through turn 1 he will go straight on, but he will make the pass on Simon Fillingham that way. Can he also make a move on Lorenzo Tortella now? And look at the left side, where Tony Ukic completely misses his braking point and takes out his former teammate Peter Backus, but luckily they can get going again. Here's Florian Kutz then behind his teammate, and they're being held up a bit, I feel, by Simon Fillingham, which of course makes it very, very interesting. Now coming onto the back straight, and they're almost 3 wide, so this will require a lot of confidence in the other drivers. Florian Kutz is on the far outside. He opts to wait for another time. Simon Fillingham goes defensive, but Florian can make a move on his teammate. Nicely done around the outside there for Jona to keep the inside line here. Can Florian go around the outside on this slow left-hander? Yes, he can, as Miguel Santiago Carao in the background has a bit of a slide there. So Florian Kutz goes through on his teammate for P4. A couple of laps later, Jona Karima was still behind his teammate, and they were still behind Simon Fillingham as their 2 in front slide. Very slow, catches Jona out, but no harm done there, as they keep battling for P3, sorry. Looking back from Simon Fillingham here through the fast right-hander of turn 8. Simon goes defensive, which means Florian can go for the undercut. He's on the outside again. Can he make the same move as he did on his teammate? Simon will fight a bit harder, and he keeps the position. So P3 still for Simon Fillingham, followed by the Raging Racing guys. Then again later, very, very close now for Florian Kutz, but trying to avoid that splitter there. on the track, doing the undercut on Simon Fillingham here, switching back again. Can he make the move stick now into this right-hander? He is on the outside, over the curb. That puts Jona Karima on the inside, and they collide, all three of them. And Simon Fillingham is the one losing out the most. Here again they are 3 wide with Miguel Santiago Carao here going through the middle, but staying behind. So it's Jona Karima now in 3rd position. And Peter Bacchus joined the party, trying to make a move around the outside of Miguel Santiago Carao, which he does. So Peter Bacchus taking a bit of advantage of these guys tripping over each other and getting back into the mix for that last podium spot. So Jona Karima was in 3rd position, followed by his teammate, and big mistake there from Florian Kutz, big shunt, catching out Peter Bacchus as well, and Miguel Santiago Carao manages to get through together with Simon Fillingham. So a big shunt there for Florian Kutz. As we end lap 10 of the race, Mika Korkakowski has a very healthy gap as Lorenzo Tortella, without his splitter, cannot match his pace. So Miko is extending that gap. Jona Karima is in 3rd position, as we saw already. Then it's Miguel Santiago Carao and Simon Fillingham, with Florian Kutz and Peter Bacchus splitterless right behind them. Then Sergio Acevedo trying to recover from his off in the first lap, and David Nesbitt in 9th position. Tony Ukic, Sandro Donadel and Ivan Gridello unfortunately had to retire from the race already. So then it was Peter Bacchus and Florian Kutz battling it out again after their shunt in turn 8. Oh, into the wall. Peter Bacchus, he seems to be able to stay with Florian, so can he make a pass soon and get to the back of that group for P3, or not? They're right in front. Oh, bad exit by Florian Kutz. Peter is on the inside. Will Florian give him some room, or will he fight and go too wide? No, he opts to give him some room. Here a stream past, and then into the hairpin. Peter Bacchus takes the inside line, gets it stopped. Yes, with a bit of a slide, he gets it turned in, and he takes the position from Florian. And then a couple of laps later, Florian Kutz managed to stay close and hit to the wall, and Florian Kutz manages to get by, although he's not at the best of exits there through that right-hander, sorry, but he goes through. So another position switch between these two guys, and Florian Kutz on top now, and then again into the hairpin and the side of the race. Peter Bacchus rolling his car through the hairpin, but he manages to get going again. Then it was the battle for 2nd position. Jona Karima managed to close the gap down to Lorenzo Tortella, and had a bit of a throttle problem, losing some speed, and that puts Jona Karima in 2nd position. Let's see if Lorenzo Tortella can get through again. As we ride with Jona in 2nd position, he makes the same mistake as his teammate, turns in a bit too early, and that gives Lorenzo Tortella that 2nd position back. Here's Mika Korkakowski then from Lorenzo Tortella indeed. Then Jona Karima right behind Lorenzo, and again making that same mistake, unfortunately. And we're nearing the end of the race. Here's Miguel Santiago Carao. He hasn't hit the wall yet. Can he take advantage and make the pass here on Jona? He's just not close enough, but that was very, very close. As I said, it's a race of attrition, so keeping it out of the wall is very, very important. And here, as we are in the final laps of the race, Miguel could stay close with Jona now for 3rd position. Let's see what happens through turn 8 and into the hairpin, the main passing opportunity on this track here. Oh, Jona breaks a bit there in the middle of the turn, which gives Miguel Santiago Carao the inside line. He gets it stopped, but Jona finds some grip on the outside and manages to keep the position, so he keeps his podium spot. And that will be the end of this race. So Mikko Korkiakoski taking a demanding victory here at Adelaide after having a good start and running away with people behind him, tripping over each other and showing some very good pace. Lorenzo Tortella will take second position. So then Jona Karima, so these three are on top in the championship. Very important for them to score good points. Then Miguel Santiago Carao and Florian Kutz, he came close to that battle once again. Peter Backus then behind Florian. Then Simon Fillingham will finish in 7th position. And Sergio Azevedo is right behind them. So here are the final results. As I said, Mikko Korkiakoski 54 seconds in front of second place Lorenzo Tortella, so a big gap. And then the other drivers quite close. Quite some non-finishers as well, as always on this track, but a good race. And the top 3 are also top 3 in the championship. So the next race next week at Mid-Ohio will be the title decider. This will be a dusk race, so starting at 9 p.m. in the evening sun for 90 minutes of Mid-Ohio. So a very big challenge for all of the championship contenders to make it a good race, take the points that they need, and wrap up those championships. So we have the Drivers' Championship, Teams Championship, the Ironman for the driver that drives the most laps without winning the race, and also a Nations Cup. You'll hear about the results later on, but if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Join us at unitedracersleague.com for some great racing, and we'll see you next week or on the track very soon. See you.